Wait, no. Since the Northridge earthquake hit, the Mary Immaculate Parish and school was completely destroyed. And people were not able to attend Mass or go to school. But people found their way. For example, Angie Alvarado, nothing kept her from Mass at Mary Immaculate Catholic Church in Pacoima. Not even the earthquake that was 6.8 and devastating the church and also forcing parishioners to worship in the parking lot. Alvarado, of age 64, says in an article published in 1994, "I have been in the valley for 43 years, and this has been my parish all our lives." Rosie Alvarado actually celebrated her 40th wedding anniversary with her husband Manuel at the parish. She says, "We have good memories here, and we hopefully will have more." Since January 17th, when the earthquake hit, parishioners have come by the hundreds to worship at the church on Sundays. First, they met on the field at the adjoining church school, also heavily damaged in the earthquake. And when it rained, they congregated in a tent. Now, they also met in a metal structure erected in the parking lot that housed the congregation for the following year, while the church and school were being rebuilt. So no matter what, they found a way to continue to worship the Lord and hold masses and just continue on as if everything were normal. And as you can see in the pictures in the slide, there are students in line getting ready for their first communion. The women, little girls on the right and the boys on the left. And as you can see on the bottom left hand corner, it is the baseball field that was in front of the school before the earthquake hit. And it was completely remodeled, and there was no longer a big old fence for the baseball field after the earthquake. It is now just a plain grass field. And as you can see, Our Lady of Guadalupe actually survived the earthquake. Or I believe that is when they demolished the already fractured walls and buildings around the Lady of Guadalupe in order to make way for new structures and new buildings. And there's a picture right there of our Virgen of Guadalupe being in the middle of all this rubble, which I find very funny. And as you can see in the other pictures, just small little things that happened because of the earthquake and just how it was before. And as you will see in the following slide, the parish has actually been renewed. Due to the Northridge earthquake, masses were not able to be held at the parish. On April 18th, 1954, Easter Sunday saw a mere 200 parishioners of Mary Immaculate meet for the first time as a group in the Pacoima Moose Hall, which also served as a church for a Protestant denomination. Too small for the newly formed parish, immediate steps had to be taken to find larger, if equally temporary, spiritual surroundings. So as you can see on the top left corner, there's the news article along with a picture depicting the people in the front of the Pacoima Moose Hall. Now to the right, you can see on the date, April 25th, 1954, just 1 week later, the newspaper article states that the parishioners of Mary Immaculate moved into the Panorama City Theater for their Sunday Masses. Almost a year later, more than 1,000 parishioners met each week in surroundings, which, although dedicated to God, each Sunday morning lacked a spiritual atmosphere for proper worship. Now, as you can see in the bottom half of the slide, there is a panoramic view of the new parish as of today in October 5th, 2014. As you can see, the parish is modern, it is clean, and it has a lot of room in order to enjoy the masses held each Sunday throughout the day. As you can see in the pictures in the slide, this is the front of the parish, no longer the inside, on the right hand. And on the left hand is more deep within the church, and this is the aisle in order to go up to the altar. After the Northridge earthquake, they completely renovated the parish. As you can see on the top, there is new glass and new symbols, and they completely put new things. There is also aisles made of complete wood, and every now and then they replace them if they have been scratched on or graffitied on by people that don't respect the church. And as you can see on the outside, it is also modern compared to the inside, and it is kept very, very well. And they have added speakers within the past couple years in order to let the people outside hear that there is a mass going on. Now in this slide, as you can see, it is a picture of another part of the church and another picture of the stained glass that is on the top of the building. Here you can see La Virgen de Guadalupe along with Jesus and with the Holy Spirit in the middle, depicted as a beam of light, and at the top that looks like a dove. Also depicting the Lord as a dove, but also known as the Holy Spirit in the Roman Catholic faith. This was completely new when the parish was built, and as you can see, when the light hits, the stained glass makes a very beautiful colored light inside the church, and it's something that everyone has enjoyed. And as you can see on the left of the picture, there's a small window. Inside that window is the technician that is in charge of making sure the PowerPoint for the Mass, which usually contains lyrics to the songs or responses to any statements said within the Mass, and which is something they've collaborated in the past couple years. And it's amazing, combining technology and the Roman Catholic faith with masses, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, and incredible to know that in 1994 the earthquake completely destroyed everything in the Mary Immaculate vicinity, and eventually the place was rebuilt and is now filled with technology, new stained glass, and a clean environment, which people love.